Hello, and you're very welcome to Bruff here in Limerick for this ladies junior first round. Limerick, the home team, against Antrim. They made the long trip down from the north and they'll be hoping to put up a big display today. Limerick come into this off the back of a fairly successful league campaign, getting as far as the league final. Unfortunately, didn't get over the line that day. Antrim's league wasn't so good, but they have won the Ulster junior title. So again, they're full of confidence as well. I'm delighted to be joined here in the commentary box by former Limerick ladies footballer Dipna O'Brien. Dipna, what are you expecting from today's game?
Yeah, I suppose when we look at the team sheet here, Limerick seem very, very strong on paper. So hopefully that they'll be able to bring a performance with them today. Antrim, as long as I'm playing, they're always a hard team to get over. So I've no doubt that they'll bring their best team with them and they'll go all guns blazing to get a win here.
And just looking at the two teams, Dipna mentioned there briefly, we'll quickly start with the Limerick starting 15. There's one change we'll get to in a second. But starting in goals there is Sophie Hennessy. Full back line, Christine Reedy, Alva Quaid and Sarah O'Sullivan. The half back line there is Maeve McNamara, Niamh Ryan, and there's the one change. Number 7, Anya McGrath, is replaced by number 17, Lauren Ryan. Their midfield sees Roisin Ambrose, the team captain there, partnered by Leah Coughlin. And moving into the forwards there, we have Katie Heelan, Rebecca DeLee and Katie Mee. The full forward line is Iris Kennelly, Amy Ryan and Katrina Davis. The Antrim side then, moving on to them, as we mentioned, they're coming into this after winning the Ulster junior title only a few weeks ago, so full of confidence. In goals they have Anna McCann. Their full back line is Joanna Coleman, Aislinn McFarlane and Niamh McIntosh. There's one change there in their half back line. Maeve Mulholland is replaced by number 22, Orla Kaur. And number 6 there is Saoirse Tennyson. 7 is Sarah O'Neill. Moving into their midfield, again, one change there. Number 8, Claire Emerson, is replaced by number 21, Maria McKenna. And she is partnered in midfield by number 9, Anya Tubridy. Moving into their forwards, number 10, Geraldine McLaughlin. 11, their team captain, Katie Carey, and number 12, Maria O'Neill. And then their inside line, where they'll be hoping will do a lot of damage today, Brona Devlin, Orla Prenter and Caitlin Taggart. So they're the two 15s as we see them going out. Tip, now we were just talking a little bit about it off air. Number 10, Katie Heelan, is named at number 10 for Limerick, but she may play in the half back line. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's what I'd imagine will happen, that Katie will go in for Anya, and again Katie has, loads of speed, so I'd imagine you will be seeing her tearing up the field, but I suppose she's a player that, works really, really hard, and I've no doubt that she'll, to see her, popping over a few scores as well from the half back line.
The full back there is another, from a Limerick point of view, someone I suppose people might be interested to see is back in the fold. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Alva Quaid has come back into the full back position. Again, hadn't played for probably 3 or 4 years now, so it's great to see Alva back into the full back line, and I've no doubt that she's a big part to play today.
And just staying with Limerick for another second before we turn our attention to Antrim, what do you think Limerick's ambitions are this year going forward in the championship?
Well, I suppose, as I said already, on paper they're really, really strong. I'd imagine, that we'll see them on All-Ireland final day, and I've no doubt that that's their ambition. If it isn't, I'm not sure where they are going, but I've no doubt that would be their number one ambition this year at the start of the year. I've no doubt, again, as I said, that we will be seeing more of them later in the championship, and I suppose going forward, we'd hope that they would stick together as a group, and that we'd still see this very same team next year again if they went up intermediate.
And just we'll turn our attention onto Antrim then. They've travelled a long way down. Just touching on that, I suppose, straight away. Coming down from Antrim, that's no joke. It's going to take it out of the legs. It's not easy to play for a game. Talk to us about that. How hard is that for players? Yeah,
so, a long bus drive down, you'd hope that they would have come down last night, travelled down last night, to get a bit, to get a good night's sleep and what goes with it. But, if they've travelled down this morning, it's not easy to get out of a bus, and bring that intensity to the game. So hopefully, as I said, that they would have travelled down, but I've no doubt that they'll be here to get a win, and so they'll give it their best shot.
They have 8 players who played in the All-Ireland Junior final last year. They lost that one. What kind of experience do you think that'll bring to the side, and what names maybe jump off the page there when you look at the Antrim 1 to 15?
Yeah, look, there's a few of them, and I was looking at them during the week, and there's a few that would have been involved, down through the years, and I've no doubt that they'll bring that experience and the youth together. But when you look at Katie Carey there, centre forward, I think she'll have a big say. I think Niamh Ryan will have her work cut out. I know Niamh and Rebecca would have played a camogie match yesterday, and Katie is a phenomenal player. So Niamh will be busy. Then you look at their inside forward line, Brona Devlin, Orla, Printer and Caitlin. Again, look, any inside forward line, you're going to play your best three in there that are lively and are able to pick off scores. No more than have Limerick the very same potential in their inside forward line. And if you look at their half back line, I suppose number 6, Saoirse Tinnison, again a really good player, and you know they're going to be the backbone of this team.
And now we will pause briefly for Oran Navian. The local crowd here in Bruff enjoyed that one. It seemed to be playing almost in harmony with itself. There was two versions going at the same time, but eventually it has come to an end anyway, and we're nearly ready for the ball to be thrown here in Bruff. Limerick against Antrim, if you've just joined us. These teams played last year with Antrim winning out by 12 points. As we mentioned, it's a very different Antrim team, only 8 of the survivors from last year's All-Ireland final. Limerick have some strong, the spine of their team in particular, we've talked about it a few times, just there building up, but a couple of very strong players. We're looking at Niamh Ryan, we're looking at Rebecca Dolly, who both played in here, well, not here, but played in Limerick yesterday, or played for Limerick yesterday against Offaly in the Camogie. They came out of that with a 2-point win, so they have plenty of running already in their legs from this weekend, but they have plenty more ahead of them today. So we're just waiting for match referee there, Ger Canny, to throw up the ball. The weather has definitely improved. It was slightly rainy this morning around Limerick, but the sun is starting to come out. It's trying to make a big effort here for the crowd. They're really looking forward to this first round of the Junior Championship. It looks like Limerick are going to be playing from left to right, so as they have warmed up, and there's potentially that change we're just talking about there. I think now you might have spotted that.
Yeah, so Katie has gone back into the half back line, so yeah.
Katie has a great engine on her. We'll expect to see her running up and down the field. I suppose something very prominent with half-backs at every level and every gender of football. And we're expecting to see plenty of that once the ball is thrown in here. I think we're just going through the last couple of changes. I don't think there's any other late changes before this one is thrown up. It looks to be nearly ready to go here. And the ball is up and the game is on. The Junior Championship has begun here in Bruff for both Limerick and Antrim. And the ball is straight away picked up there and they're onto the attack. It's Ambrose of Limerick, puts that one down into the corner. Who's going to get onto it? It looks like over there maybe Davis is trying to get onto that. She's beaten out to it. It's going to get out for a line ball. It's going to be a line ball to Limerick and straight away they're onto the attack. Davis is going to take it herself. She puts it inside dangerously. It's just overhit and goes out over the end line. But Limerick are looking dangerous straight away.
Yeah, I suppose if they can get enough ball into the full forward line, I've no doubt that they'll get scores. So
still all square here. Limerick with the first attack, but it has yielded nothing. Roisin Ambrose winning that one there, playing it into Katrina Davis. Davis just couldn't get to that one. It was slightly overhit and has gone out. Now it's going to be kicked out there by McCann of Antrim. She finds her player there, O'Neill. O'Neill gets it, fists that one forward, and Antrim start to go through the lines. We're going to be saying that a lot today. Tennyson has it now. We talked about her before the game. She is really the linchpin of this team. Gives it on to Tuberty. Tuberty has it, soloing out of her own defence, looking for some support. She gets it. Give it a good pass. A big tackle came in there. A big tackle came in there on Caitlin Taggart, and she has gone to ground, and the referee has called this one up while she gets a bit of attention.
Yeah, Sarah Sullivan, I suppose, came out. Probably didn't see the player coming and just a collision, but I think Sarah will be lucky to, I suppose, stay on the field here for the 10 minutes, but I think she'll definitely get a ticking.
Could be an early sin bin. The referee has taken his time about his decision. He looks to be keeping his cards in his pocket. 90 seconds gone. You'd wonder if that happened maybe half an hour gone or 45 minutes gone, would she be looking at a yellow? Because she looks like she has. Oh no, has he got his hand up? He doesn't have a card in that hand, though, more importantly, so it looks like she will remain on the field.
Yeah, I think she just got a ticking there.
So she may have got the rub of the green. It's just been so early in the game, or the referee decided it wasn't that bad a foul. Either way, we're going to get going with a free into Antrim. Not an easy one to start. It's over by the sideline. He's brought it out to about 40 yards out from goals. And it's going to be McLaughlin to take that. McLaughlin goes back low, looking for some support. They're starting to build. Decided to go back too far out for the shot. They decided. Now they're starting to build back as far as McLaughlin, who started this move. She gives it on again. Antrim holding on possession. Fisting across the field into a bit of space. There as far as O'Neill. O'Neill has it now. She has support inside. She gives it in as far as Prenter. Prenter has it now. She's brilliantly blocked down though, and the ball has gone to ground again. But Prenter's quickest to react there. A good block came in there by Coughlin of Limerick. But now have Antrim still got the ball? It looks like they have. One of the girls who was just named late, McKenna, has it. McKenna punts that across, back as far as Tuberty. Tuberty has it now. She has support from Tennyson. Tennyson has it, looks back inside. The referee says she takes too many steps. Fantastic defending from Limerick, just wouldn't let them through.
Yeah, great pressure there by Limerick. And I suppose, they're playing with a win, so they're working hard, and I suppose you just have to get more ball into the full forward line and into the forwards to get a score on the board just to help them settle.
And we mentioned Katie Heelan before we started a few times. She has moved up the field and she started this attack. That one went as far as Rebecca DeLee, I think it was. She dropped it, but it was quickly picked up by Ryan. Amy Ryan going forward, tries to soccer style it out into a bit of space. Is there room for a shot here? Davis decides to play that inside, looking for someone to maybe put that in the net, but it's well read there by Tennyson of Antrim. She gets that and plays it back out as far as McKenna now again of Antrim. McKenna has it, but she's well bottled up by two Limerick players, illegally so, says the referee. And Antrim go again with this one. Kick just up the field, up into a bit of space as far as Devlin. Devlin has it now between the 265, takes a couple of solos, tries to buy herself a bit of time, get a bit of space. She comes across the field now. She has support left and right. She decides to go back inside as far as McKenna. McKenna, who started this move, gives it back outside. Still going in and out. Slightly high tackle there. The referee says it is a foul. We're going to play advantage. Antrim hold on. They're not making a huge amount of ground, so it goes back for the free. Limerick just pinning Antrim in. Anytime they try to make an effort and get out their 65, they're not letting them out. Antrim playing that across the field. Eventually it's well run out and cut out by Me. Me is half blocked, but Limerick still managed to make some bit of forward momentum with that one. Coming forward again through Ambrose, the team captain. Ambrose, strong running out of Ambrose, feeds that inside, well taken there, and they're with a chance. There surely is a score on here for the lead. Three players converging on top of her, bring her to the ground, and it's going to be a free in, and you'd imagine this will be the opening score of the game.
Yeah, you'd imagine a great run there by Rebecca, and you'd hope that Limerick will get this one over. I think it's Katrina that's going to take it, and she's pretty accurate, so I'd imagine this will be the first score for Limerick.
So here comes Davis. She made her debut all the way back in 2003, so has plenty of experience. She's going to take this one off the ground. Slightly unusual in the ladies' game, but she obviously feels she has the power in it. The breeze, hard to tell which way the breeze is actually going. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of flags out there. But
yeah, Limerick seem to be playing with a good breeze, so they need to get more ball, I suppose, down the field as quick as they can.
So here comes Davis with her right boot. She fancies her chances here. She goes relatively low. That nearly snuck in under the bar. It goes over, punched over, and a good start for Limerick.
Yeah, and Katrina was unlucky there not to get a goal. I suppose, again, she does incline to take him off her frees off the ground. And, I've often seen them, while she'd be going for a point, that they would just step in and go, and the green flag is raised as opposed to the white.
So Limerick lead 1 point to no score. The point coming there from Katrina Davis, but now it's Tennyson of Antrim on the attack. She's into the Limerick half. She has support both sides of her. It comes back outside as far as McKenna, who's had plenty of ball so far in the opening 5 minutes of this game. And it's Antrim going again, working it over and back in as far as Devlin now. Devlin is stood up. She gets it back, plays a little 1-2. Good ball inside over there as far as Taggart. She received a big tackle a few minutes ago. Seems to have shaken it off, but there we go. Katie Heelan turns it over. Katie then puts on the afterburners, flies out of the cornerback position and puts that one up the line, and Limerick come on the attack again up as far as DeLee. DeLee was fouled a few minutes ago for that free that Limerick got their opening score of the game with. Here she goes, solo and freely. She was out playing camogie yesterday, doesn't seem to have taken a tap out of her today. She takes a shot with the right boot after a great run, but that one goes to the left and wide.
Yeah, again, was it the right decision by Rebecca? She could have probably kept going there for a while and to throw the player, but again she took her shot. As I said, there is a strong wind here. She could have probably gone in and tapped it over her bar herself, and the space was opening up for her.
So just past the 6 minute mark here in Bruff, it's Limerick 1 point, it's Antrim no score, and it's going to be a kick out there to Anna McCann of Antrim, the moneyed last player. She played in last year's final, the 25-year-old, and she's going to take this one out of her hands. She drops that one straight to Tennyson. Oh, Tennyson just lets that go through her legs though, and it gives Antrim a chance potentially to get on this the second time, but Limerick have turned that over. Well done by Maeve McNamara. Maeve does well there, feeds that as far as Ambrose. Ambrose, who's the engine of this team so far in this game, just making sure everything is going forward all the time. Coughlin then has support coming in there from Me with the right boot. That looks good. That's gone over the bar. The first score from play for Limerick from Catty Me.
Yeah, great score from Catty again. Catty's really good at going forward and getting those scores, so if they can get Catty on the ball a bit more, I've no doubt, that we'll see a lot more of Catty as the game goes on.
Catty Me, of course, was the captain the last time Limerick won the All-Ireland Junior back in 2018. Bit of a push in the back there from an Antrim point of view, but they get away with it. They have the ball and they start to build attack. They need to get on the scoreboard. They'll be feeling good, strong run there by O'Neill. O'Neill takes on two players and goes past them. Still O'Neill plays that down into the corner, in as far as Prenter. Prenter is well read back there by Quaid. Quaid gets back there very well and stops any danger from occurring. She just read that really well, plays a little 1-2, and now Limerick have a chance again to come out of their own defence and again start to build and trying to get something up on that scoreboard again. Plenty of space there in the midfield. That pass isn't accurate. It was going in there as far as Ryan, but Ryan was caught out, but they've managed to turn this one over again. Now they're flying forward here. Iris Kennelly still going. Iris has two players on her shoulders. She managed to do well to juggle that over her head, give it back out as far as DeLee. DeLee on the edge of the D gives that one in. Is there a shot coming in? No, they're working in to an easier angle into Caddy Me. She scored just 2 seconds ago. Thought about that in her left foot. Decides to go back as far as Kennelly now. Kennelly with the right. Kennelly with the shot. But that one looks to be going left and wide again. Again, encouraging signs for Limerick. They just need to maybe steady themselves and put it over.
Yeah, I think just steady up, I suppose, when the ball goes in, just not to be rushing the shot. But again, look, great defended by Antrim.
So 2 points to no score, and Antrim started with the kick out again, as we're going to probably see a good few times today. McIntosh now of Antrim. McIntosh comes back inside and they hold possession back as far as McFarlane. McFarlane has support. She gets the 1-2. Good work from them. Now as far as O'Neill, Sarah O'Neill from Antrim, doing well. Does she get a little shoulder in the back? Potentially the referee says play on though, as it works its way as far as Carey. Carey now has it. Good support both sides of her. McKenna has it now. They've worked the ball up as far as the 45. This is a chance of a score for Antrim as they come on. Here comes Carey. She has support. Is the shot going to come in from O'Neill? O'Neill with the right boot. Is that one going to come in? Off the post. Still there. Still danger. Antrim with the shot off the crossbar. Off the crossbar and over the bar. Didn't quite see who got the shot in that, but Antrim gets their opening score of the game.
Yeah, it's great score again. Well worked up field. And I suppose just looking at Antrim, they're really working the ball. As I said, the wind is a bit strong and they're working the ball, I suppose, into a scoring position, which is, I suppose, it's a great score from them.
Grania McLaughlin, I think it was, who put that one over the bar, hits the top of the crossbar, and Antrim come again, mounting on the danger. Carey leaves that one inside as far as Prenter. Prenter has it, turns inside one way or then the other, then gives it back out to the point scorer. McLaughlin plays it inside as far as O'Neill. The goal opens up for her. O'Neill goes low, but it's well blocked. Hit off the Limerick player's knee or above her knee, and it goes out for a 45. Again, Antrim look dangerous when they get in that close. That could have been another goal.
Yeah, definitely. And again, they're working the ball into a scoring position. They're not panicking. They're not trying to kick scores from outside. And I suppose Limerick have driven three of them, three quick ones that they've kind of rushed and unfortunately didn't get scores out of them. But Antrim on the flip side, they're working the ball through the hands and getting into scoring positions and are unlucky not to be up, have a goal buried there.
Tennyson wants to take a quick 45. The referee didn't want that though, but they've got it on the second time. Sarah O'Neill well blocked, brilliant jumping there. DeLee does very well to stop that going any further, and now she gets it herself, and now she's driving forward. Rebecca DeLee, right footed, lovely punt pass inside as far as Davis gets that on the edge of the D. Does she have support? Is she going to go herself? She plays a lovely intelligent ball inside. Chance of a score here for Limerick, still working over and back. It looks like Amy Ryan was pulled to the ground. Lovely flow and move from Limerick, and this is a fairly scoreable free for them.
Yeah, definitely, and I think Amy probably played for the free there. She could have probably got the goal herself, but again, look, I see the ref has put his hands out, signal a penalty. Katrina, I would imagine, will step up, or Catty will step up to take this one. And if I was a betting woman, I would probably put my money on Katrina.
So yeah, we just couldn't see it from here, but she was fouled in the box, says the referee, so it is going to be a penalty. He goes in, talks to his umpire, probably trying to decide, was it a yellow card incident? It looks like it's not going to be, as he listened to his earpiece as well, probably hearing something from his sideline officials, but it's going to be a penalty regardless. The penalty is going to be to Katrina Davis. She has 1 point already in this game from a free.
Yeah, and again, look, if I was a betting woman, I think this will be a goal for Limerick. Katrina is well able to kick.
Davis with the shot, and Davis has put that one into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. Goal for Limerick, first goal of the junior championship coming for Katrina Davis.
Yeah, and again, look, great ball in there to Katrina. If if they keep getting ball into the inside forward line, they'll cause Antrim a lot of damage in the first half. But again, look, they're playing with a strong wind, so again, a game of two halves.
Anna McCann in the Antrim goal didn't even move for that one. Such a well-placed penalty there by Katrina Davis. So now it's 1-2 to Limerick, 1 point to Antrim. With what have we got coming up on 12 minutes gone in the first half of this one. Now it's Antrim going again, using the fist pass. They know they're into a breeze, so they have to work it through the lines. They can't just play a big ball inside. O'Neill has it now. O'Neill fists that one forward. Antrim needs to get into their stride. They've only scored 1 point in this game so far. They had 2 potential goal chances. Neither of them were converted. And Limerick went down the other end of the field, got their penalty, and then they converted theirs. Good interplay here by Limerick. 1-2 there. Again, it looks like it's Lee who has it. She's looking for some support inside. That one is well read, though. Well cut out there by Sarah O'Neill. It was of Antrim, but she goes to ground. And is it going to be a free? It's a free in, it looks like.
A free in, I think she picked it off the ground there. So yeah, all day, free in to Limerick.
So free now and a potential scoring chance here maybe. They're moving it in. Yeah, they managed to steal a few yards there, and now we're in scoring territory potentially from Davis as she goes to take this one off the ground again. Coming up on 13 minutes gone here in Bruff. 1-2 to 1 point. Katrina Davis, 1-1 to her name already today. All coming from place balls. She's taking her time with this one. I don't think the ball will stay up in the little tee she's made for herself, but here she goes, taking her few steps back. Now we can see the breeze with those white flags over in the corner. She definitely has that to her back at the moment, so that will be a huge asset to her. Is she just going to float this one in? The last one went just under the crossbar and was punched over. This one though has enough height, plenty of height on it. The umpire's like that one, that's gone over the bar.
Yeah, over the bar again with the aid of the post, but and she was lucky to get that in. But yeah, look, she's inclined to take him off the ground, and she's pretty accurate with them. So yeah, great score from Katrina.
1-3 to a point now in favour of Limerick, with 1-2 of that coming from the boot of Katrina Davis. So McCann now of Antrim kicking it out. She goes short. Good running. Good anticipation there from Antrim just to pick up the short kick out. Oh, just slightly took her eye off the ball there, did Reedy. There was a tug on the jersey and a push on the back, says the referee. So now they have a chance to steady themselves and work this one back out. They're looking to play it up there as far as O'Neill. O'Neill has it now of Antrim. She gives the 1-2 back as far as Coleman. Coleman then gives that inside. Antrim still trying, still working really hard. That one's gone in as far as Devlin. Devlin looked like she was pushed in the back. The referee agrees with me. It's going to be a free in, and he's going to be a bit of a ticking going on here.
Yeah, I think Maeve probably overcommitted there, but there was nothing really in it. But yeah, no, I'd imagine she'll get it ticking. But it was great defending there, but Christine came out, a really good marker, tight marker, and gave her player nothing. But yeah.
So is the referee going to have a chat there? He potentially is going over to have a chat with Lauren Ryan. No, he just walked towards her and then walked away. So she has to be careful in the future. But for now, she is A-OK. So it's now going to be Devlin. Or is it Devlin? It's not. It was in fact Carey goes that back as far. And Antrim come again through O'Neill. O'Neill has a bit of space in front of her. She has a couple of runners. Tennyson is one of those runners. She has it now. She's stood up by a couple of Limerick players. Gets it back as far as Carey. Carey takes on 2 Limerick players. Still going strong. She's won the foul if she wanted. The referee says, yeah, she was pulled back there. Is she going to steady herself and take this? Or are they going to go for a quick one again? They look like they're going to slow it down and maybe work a move from here.
Yeah, no, and Catty is pretty accurate there. For Antrim number 11. She's pretty accurate. So this could very well end up in a point for Antrim.
The team captain here, she's a decent distance out, playing into the wind. She puts that one high and she puts that over the bar. Good score from her. It was a lot further out maybe than we can see from here, but that was a good score and she looked confident taking it.
Yeah, great score, and I suppose it's when you're looking in, you can see Saoirse Tinnan getting on lots of ball, and Catty is probably dropping back and running off the shoulder, and it's causing Limerick a bit of problem.
Limerick go longish with that kick out as far as Ambrose, the team captain again. She lays that off and Limerick have plenty of runners. There's Mee now. Mee has it. She fists that one forward. She's looking for the return. Does it come as far as a bit of a clash of bodies there? The referee says get up. There was 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. Then he decides to change his mind and he looks like he might have a chat with a couple of players there. Limerick girl, they're slow to get up off her knees. Was it Kennelly over there? There's a couple of players involved in that. It looks like Mee might have been involved in that too. And there's an Antrim girl down receiving a bit of attention. We'll see what the referee decides.
That was actually Catty that was down, but I see Catty's back up, but the Antrim girl is receiving some attention.
And the referee is over talking to his lines person. I think he might be just getting a little bit of just sorting out his equipment more than anything else. I don't think he's talking about that actual incident. And we there see, is it Kyla Traynor, the former down player, is over there as well. You see her just attending to one of her players, former down player. She famously scored 2-4 in the intermediate final back in 2014, so she again knows where the goals are. I'm sure she's put that through to her Antrim colleagues at the moment, or her Antrim people working with her.
Yeah, and look, and she'll want to come down to Limerick today to get a result. You know, the winner here today will go through, I believe, into a semi-final. So one win for Antrim or Limerick will see them through to the semi-final. So I've no doubt that Antrim won't go home, I suppose, tonight without having, you know, given it 130%.
Yeah, a 3-team group. That's what Limerick and Antrim in. Also New York are also in their group. Limerick play New York on I think it's 2 Wednesdays time. They're down, they play Antrim the Sunday before that, just both trying to get it wrapped up for New York as easy as possible. But 3 teams on this side of the group, 4 teams on the other side. First place second, second place first. That's the way it will go. So potentially if you win a game in this group, you are almost guaranteed, if not guaranteed, a place in the semi-final. So there has been a change there. An Antrim girl has left the field, and is it Orla Core has made her way off the field and she'll be replaced. Do we see who she was replaced by? We might talk about that in a second if we spot who has actually come on. But Core has made her way off the field. That tackle did enough to take enough out of her, and Antrim takes this one quickly. They've worked it as far as Tubridy now. Tubridy gives it back as far as Tennyson. Lovely little pirouette there. She gives it on in as far as Coleman. They're working on the far side of the field, but just as I mentioned that, the ball goes to ground and Antrim lose it, and Limerick now have a chance to start another attack from inside their own half.
Yeah, again, look, Antrim working it through their hands, and they look dangerous when they toot, but they probably took a bit out of it there, and a line ball for Limerick.
Big tackle went in there. The referee kept his whistle in his mouth, no blowing of it there, and Limerick tried to come out, but it's well read there. Good block down there straight away by McLaughlin. McLaughlin plays it in as far as Prenter. Prenter, soccer style, lays that across into a bit of space. Just had too much on it for Devlin over there of Antrim. It's well turned over, and Limerick again have the chance. Katie Heelan is back there, making sure everything is A-OK back in the Limerick defence. And now Limerick come over. They have person over here screaming for it. Who's screaming for it? It's Lauren Ryan is looking for it, but they decide to go the opposite direction now. Well taken out. They're out in front of her player, and Limerick come again. Good work there by Coughlin. Coughlin puts that one inside, a dangerous one. Drop it inside there as far as Catty Mee. Catty Mee has it. She spins her player. Does she have enough to get a shot off? She decides to go back out, make the angle a bit easier for herself, but brilliantly read there. Back inside there was Mulholland. Mulholland, in fact, is the girl who just came on there a few minutes ago to replace Core. That was the original, meant to be the team line now. It changed just before throw in, but it has been reversed now, and well, it might have been reversed because she did very well there to stop a Limerick attack. They looked like they were in for a score, but Mulholland got her body in the way and stopped it. And Antrim now have started to build back out from their own corner back position. They have it between the 265s. Good tackling going in there from Limerick, but too strong, says the referee. And Antrim have a chance now. Will they take a minute to decide to go backwards, which the crowd here don't seem to be mad about, but I suppose they're just regrouping and trying to get going again. Good tackle came in there from a Limerick point of view, but it was well held there, and now Antrim still have it through Tennyson. She's turned over, and now there's no centre back at home. That one just wouldn't stick for Catty Mee. It just wouldn't come into her bread basket. She's lost it, and now Antrim have managed to get the free.
Yeah, it was well stolen there by Maeve, but unfortunately the pass didn't go to hand, and Antrim have the ball again and gone up the field.
O'Neill now of Antrim. O'Neill spins past 2 players. Still O'Neill. Still Maria O'Neill up to the 21. Has some support outside there by Prenter. Prenter now, is she going to take a shot? No, she's not. She puts that one inside. Still there. Little 1-2. Chance of a score here. Is it going in? Oh, has that gone to the back of it? No, it hasn't. Just went to the right and wide. Carey with the shot in the right boot. Agonisingly close.
Yeah, look, Limerick were lucky to get out of jail with that one. Again, Catty Carey gone through. She's holding back her run, and then she's making the run at the last minute, and look, she's causing a lot of problems to Limerick.
They may only have 2 points in the game so far, Antrim, but they've had 3 potential goal chances now, or 3 real goal chances, I should say. Now they're coming again, are they? They've worked it inside. There is a couple of players inside, they're looking for it. It's Prenter now. She has it. Takes a little soda, tries to buy herself a bit of time. But 3 Limerick players again come in on top of her. Again, it's illegal, says the referee, and now there's a chance of another score.
Yeah, Alva probably just overcommitted there, and a bit of a tug for the jersey, and it's a free to Antrim, and I have no doubt Catty Carey will take this, and again, an Aqua player with the free, so I'd imagine it'll be a point for Antrim.
She has one already. She took that out of her hands as opposed to the Limerick free taker, Daves at the other end, who's been taking them all off the ground. But here comes Carey, the team captain, 1 point. She got 3 points in the junior final last year. Has she done it? She's got 2 here today. Good score from her, and it just keeps Antrim taken away.
Yeah, it's a great score, I suppose, for Antrim, and look, just leaves 3 points in it with a few minutes left to half time. So look, half time, there's another 30 minutes in the second half, and I've no doubt that Antrim will go hell for leather and get ball into their inside forward line, who are causing Limerick a bit of problem.
That one goes long. We can just see the breeze Limerick had there by the length of that kick out. It drops around to 65 and they manage to hold on to possession now. Limerick just over and back, holding on to it. It looks like it's who's over there. Ambrose has it now. Ambrose goes back as far as me. Me takes a solo and a hop and goes past her player and opens up a bit of space for herself. She's over to 45. She's plenty of players running off her shoulder, but it's well read back there again. The Antrim centre back, Saoirse Tennyson, does very well there. She just turned that over and get her girls going again. And now they've worked it out. They're up to the 265s again as far as Carey. Antrim's only score in today's game, or she has two of them anyway. And it's inside again. Worked inside as far as O'Neill. O'Neill tried to get onto that, just slightly overhit. And Limerick turned that over again now as far as Maeve McNamara. Maeve gives that one as far as DeLee again. Rebecca DeLee looks up, right boot into a bit of space. She's trying to play that inside. Just doesn't get to its intended target. Good work there. But on her second attempt, Ryan has it now. Amy Ryan going forward. Amy Ryan tries to turn back on this one, make a better angle for herself. Back to me. Me now on the edge of the 30-yard line or so. That one took a deflection. Is it going out for a 45? The umpire saying no, that's gone straight out for a wide. Again, up and down, but it's Limerick who are getting the shots away.
Yeah, Limerick are getting the shots away, but probably not converting them in. They're into scoreable positions, but they're probably just rushing the shot a little bit, and they're only 3 points up, and they need to get a few more scores on the board here before half time.
Antrim again go short. This one as far as McFarlane, the full back. She gives it to Tennyson now. Tennyson has it, but they're just stuck back inside their own 30-yard line or so. That one's out to the sideline. Again, good work there. Made work for everything. Taggart has it now. Taggart's twin sister is on the line. Eva Taggart, she may be seen in the next half or so. She wins the ball, plays that inside as far as Carey. She has 2 points already in this game, both coming for frees. Puts that out to the sideline now. Spun and away is O'Neill. O'Neill is flying down the line, taking a couple of solos. Still O'Neill going forward. Looks like Roisin Ambrose was trying to keep up to her, but she gave it away just before Ambrose could make a connection. In as far as Prenter now. Prenter has it. She's deciding what she should do with it. There isn't really a huge amount of space inside close to goal, so she comes across the field. Now there's a chance maybe of a score. Back inside now, they're working into dangerous positions. In as far as Taggart now. Taggart with the left. Taggart, is that one going off the post? It's still there. Still dangerous. Not enough. Oh, it's bound outside. The shot coming in. Is that one? Oh, off the crossbar. That crossbar has been hit more times, I'd say, today than it has in a whole season, but that eventually goes over the bar from Anya Tuberty.
Yeah, great score from Anya, and I suppose leaves them 2 points in the game now. Again, Antrim are playing with a strong wind, and they're still only behind by 2 points, so I think it'll really make an interesting second half.
By my reckoning, we've about 6 minutes or so left in this first half, and as Dipna mentions, 1-3 to 4 points, only 2 points in this, despite Limerick really been in control of most of the possession. They've hit an awful lot of wides though, but they have 7 or 8 minutes of this first half to maybe go in with a bit of a lead going into that second half. That one is going off over as far as Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan goes down and that and picks it up very cool and calm. Gives that now inside as far as Coughlin. Coughlin has it now. They're working her out here between the 45 and the 65. In now as far as DeLee, I think it is. DeLee takes it over the 40-yard, 5-yard line. She's going forward. Me is on her shoulder. She decides to ignore this time to play it inside. Oh, good block down there. Brilliant block there from an Antrim point of view. Came in there. Sarah O'Neill threw her body behind that. Knocked it out for a 45 because that looked like it was going over the bar.
Yeah, great block there from Sarah O'Neill. Looked to be at the third point, and she came across and blocked Lauren down. Lauren was unfortunate not to get it off a little bit sooner, but I see Katrina's coming out now to take it. She'll probably take it off her hand and go for a score, which I think wouldn't be the right option. But again, we'll wait and see.
1-3 to 4 points coming up on 25 minutes gone here in this first half of the first round of the Junior Championship here in Bruff. And as Dipna suggested, it is Katrina Davis going to take this one. She has 1-2 already in the game, all coming from placed balls. She goes short, she goes backwards even, which again the crowd don't usually seem to like. She gets the 1-2 with me, they hold on to possession, which still says the most important thing is they work that one in, but it's well read, brilliantly well read back there, and Antrim do enough to stop Limerick getting a score. They'll be delighted not to have conceded that one, as it looked like Limerick were all about to score a couple of seconds ago. Now they've worked it out as far as Tennyson feeds that one on again and again. Antrim just have a couple of players in midfield who are going to work that between them. And as far as Carey rides the tackle well there, she feeds that one out. As far as O'Neill has been impressive in this first half so far. She has plenty of space over here. She's letting the ball do the work. She's trying to give herself a little bit of a breather, it looked like, as she's well taken down. Brilliantly worked there by the Limerick captain though. Roisin Ambrose stood up her player and robbed her of the ball, and now Limerick have it back again. Coming up in about 4 minutes left of this first half, and Limerick takes it up to the 65. Nice punt pass inside and brilliantly read though. There's been some great interceptions in this game, and there was another one just there from an Antrim point of view, Tennyson gets down, plays that one inside. Limerick seem to have a player down on her haunches. They're just playing around her. It looks like that's healing. She's probably wrecked the amount of running she's been doing all day today. But we'll stay with the play for a minute. Tennyson loses her footing as she plays that one in as far as Taggart. Now, Taggart has been dangerous. She took a bit of a knock earlier on, has shaken that off, and has she been a thorn in the Limerick defensive side since then. I think we may be pausing here for a second as it looks like Katie Healan is getting a bit of attention.
Play has gone on there. I don't think the ref had spotted it. But I think if Katie is to be lost to this team, should be a big loss. She's doing a lot of running.
And Prenter looked like she was in. She was past the last defender. A tackle came in there slightly high according to the referee, and it's going to be a free in and probably a reasonably scoreable one from an Antrim point of view.
Yeah, no, definitely. And look, if she gets a score, they'll be just 1 point down. And again, about 3 minutes maybe max to half time. So it'll be good for Antrim to go in just a point down. But again, look, Limerick, lots of possession on the ball. Probably, should be up by a lot more, but probably rushing it. I think they're getting a bit frustrated with themselves now.
And there goes Carey with her left boot. She looked confident taking that. The Antrim crowd here like that one as she puts that over the bar. That's 3 points for her, all coming from frees. But the most important score, 1-3 to 5 points, so 1 point in it. And as we mentioned, despite Limerick having the majority of the possession, Antrim have been very economical anytime they got the ball down there. And of course, they had 3 really good goal chances earlier in this game. They didn't manage to convert any of them, but it will be something for the Limerick backroom team to be thinking about at half time as Antrim try to come again. Good working in there. The referee's decided it's going to be a free. He's going to throw it up actually. He's going to throw it up there. Mee is in for that from a Limerick point of view, and Tuberty from the Antrim perspective. Actually, Antrim have decided to change that over, bring in over Maria McKenna, who has slightly more height advantage there. The referee is taking his time about this throw ball. So McKenna up against Mee now. McKenna has probably a foot or two on her, so we'll see. Not sure why the referee is delaying so much. He wants to make sure everyone is back. Up goes McKenna, gets a finger on it, but not enough as Ambrose takes that up for Limerick. Here comes Ambrose over to 45. Solo on the right, still Ambrose, second solo. She has time. Does she go back? Yes, she does. She gives it back as far as Mee again. Mee, as they would say on TG4. She just lost possession, lost her footing, and now here comes Antrim on the attack. That one is played down by Carey. Antrim would like her to be inside receiving that ball as opposed to putting it in, but Antrim hold on to this one, working it outside as far as O'Neill. O'Neill, we've mentioned her name several times in this game. She's been very, very good. In as far as Prenter. Prenter now takes the solo. Has she eyes for goal? Looks like she received a rough enough tackle. Oh, but the referee does her for steps. The Antrim crowd won't like that. Slightly harsh, maybe, but if she took too many steps, she took too many steps.
Yeah, free out to Limerick. And again, look, they were lucky to get out of jail there, but it seemed to be a score for Antrim, but look, they're lucky to get a free and the ball has gone down.
So about 90 seconds of normal time left in this first half. Referee said there was a bit of an elbow or a shoulder thrown in there. It's going to be a free now, a free to Antrim. Can they get this level before the half-time whistle goes in about a minute and 10 seconds time? That's what they'll be hoping for. So they're going to work it out now. Again, it's O'Neill right out by the sideline, plays that one back as far as Sarah O'Neill. Sarah then gives that as far as Tennyson. Tennyson now has it again. A big tackle came in there, but she managed to ride that off. Good work there from Antrim. Good strong run and hold on to possession. Composure now on the ball. They'll want to work this over back. Sarah O'Neill now. Sarah O'Neill back as far as Prenter. Prenter now takes on her player and goes past her, but there was a pull there. The pull came in there from Kennelly, and it's going to be a free in. Probably a little bit too far out to get a score on this, but they will work a good move from here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I see Catty is stepping up to take it again, but it's probably, with the wind, it's probably a bit far out, so I'd imagine that she'll look for a runner.
And we've about 30 seconds left in this half by our reckoning. Of course, the referee would have been stopping and starting the clock any time there was any kind of an injury or things like that, so we're not sure how much time will be added on at the end of the half, but about 20 seconds of normal time. Good work there. O'Neill now has it again. O'Neill has been well tackled there, but she's still going forward, still making forward momentum, and the referee's decided she took too many steps, possibly a home down decision. Limerick will take that as O'Neill was going forward.
Yeah, I think the ref was a bit unsure what he was going to give there for a while, but again, it's a free out for Limerick. It's interesting to see that Antrim are actually playing with a sweeper in the back, which allows Limerick to do the same. So, but again, it's hard to see who the sweeper is in the Limerick team. But Antrim seem to be defending really well here and are probably on top now at the minute.
That one is well read there by me. Now she gets it. She's a good bit from her attacking goal, which the Limerick side wanted to get further forward, but as she keeps breaking up the play, it's hard to keep her away from it. Good work now inside again. Davis plays that one on. Lovely ball into space. Driving forward is Healan received a big tackle here. The crowd didn't like that. She's won herself a free. She was on the ground a few minutes ago. She's been up and down, throwing her body, throwing her heart into today's game, and she's won herself a free, her side a free, in a very scored position, and surely now Limerick will go 2 points up going into the half-time break.
Yeah, it's a great run by Katie again. She's playing in the half back line, but it was a great run down the field and a great pass by Katrina over the top for Katie to run onto, and again a scoreable chance here for Katrina.
So Katie receiving a bit of attention to the referee. I presume he's made a ticking of that, hasn't produced any cards yet in this first half, and there has been a few incidents where I presume he had to just have a chat with himself and a chat to his other officials to decide were they, weren't they, but so far we still have the 30 players on the field, and it's going to be now a free in to Katrina Davis. 1-2 in the game so far. She got a penalty, she has 2 from frees, so here she goes, trying to make it 1-3, trying to give her side a 2-point lead going in at half time. Gets lovely connection on that beautiful strike of a ball and over the crossbar.
Yeah, lovely strike for ball that Katrina has. Again, they're going in 2 points down now. There's 31 minutes gone, so you'd imagine that the ref won't have much over extra time to play in the first half, but yeah, it's good for Limerick to be going in 2 points down.
Oh, it looks like that kick out didn't go as far it was supposed to. Is he going to let her take it again, or is it going to be a free in? We've seen this happen famously back in, there was some All-Ireland correspondent that went short and it went back in, or can't remember the year right now.
You're showing your age now.
Yeah, Laois went on and won that All-Ireland. The year, 2001 was the year, 2001. Anyway, it didn't happen there. The referee decided she was allowed to take it again. That one goes down the line, and it's going to be a free, or a sideline ball to Antrim as they work it out. Tennyson goes short with that one. Who's looking for it? Who's going up the line? On the ball right now is Carey. Carey, who scored 3 points already in this game for Antrim, gives it back to Tennyson, gets to 1-2. Back to Carey again. Carey sidesteps 2 or 3 players there. She goes across the field. There's plenty of space now. Can Antrim exploit it as they go forward here again? Through Devlin. Devlin puts that one into the corner. Good running out there by Prenter. Is she going to get onto it? She is. She's out in front of the Limerick player. She skins her, goes one way, then the other. Quaid trying to stay with her, and she's done well as she forced her back inside as far as Maria O'Neill. Maria O'Neill on the edge of the 45. Limerick defending very well, very hard to find a gap. Very hard for Antrim trying to break down that green wall. It's ahead of him. And now the referee has blown his whistle. He hasn't indicated what he's actually given yet. And there it is. That's why he hasn't said it, because it's half time. So we played about 32 minutes, nearly 33 minutes in that game. Limerick won 4, Antrim 5 points. Limerick probably had more possession, probably dominated more, but to only be 2 points up at half time, they probably won't be delighted about. Sum up that first half for us.
Yeah, I suppose, as you said, Limerick will be disappointed not to be only 2 points up at a half time. They've had a lot of possession, they've had a lot of scoring chances, but just not, I suppose, taking their opportunities when they arise. But no doubt that Antrim, they probably had more possession in the last 10 minutes in Limerick, and they've been really coming into the game. And I think, the second half will really suit them. There is a bit of a wind. It probably has calmed down a little bit here now, but they have a good inside forward line. Katakiri as well on top in the half forward line. So I think, they'll go all out in the second half to get a quick ball into their inside forward line, and I think, it'll be a really interesting second half.
So the half-time score here in Bruff, Limerick 1-4, Antrim 5 points. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with full coverage of the second half in just a few minutes. Hello and you're welcome back here to Bruff in Limerick. It's Limerick against Antrim in this junior championship. Half-time score here, if you're just joining us, is Limerick 1-4, Antrim 5 points. Limerick's goal there coming from the penalty spot from Katrina Davis. She has 1-3 in that first half. Katie Mee also has the other score there. From an Antrim point of view, it's Katie Carey has 3 points, all from frees, and Anya Tuberty has another point, and the last point there coming from Grania McLaughlin. Limerick team are just coming out now. They're getting a decent reception. Still joined here in the commentary position by Dipna O'Brien. Dipna, what are we expecting from the second half?
Yeah, I think, look, either team have to go at it now, and I suppose whoever wins, as we said, has the semi-final spot. So again, nothing in it, all to play for here. Antrim probably playing with a bit of a win now that Limerick had in the first half, and I think they'll really use it to their advantage. I know in the first half they were putting everything through the hand, but I'd imagine that they'll go long and they'll go quick in this half. And I think it'll go down to the wire. I really couldn't call it as of now, but from the first half, Limerick really did have the most possession, but probably didn't convert the scores, and should be probably up a couple of more points. But look, all to play for here. I think it'll be really interesting, and we're nearly ready to go.
And it looks like Niamh Ryan has come out there for the throw up for Limerick. Niamh, we've mentioned, already played with the Camogie players yesterday for Limerick in their win over Offaly. She's up there. The players are looking a little bit cold. I think they want the referee throwing the ball. The backroom teams of Limerick, I think, have to just make their way off the field. Once they get across, we can actually start the game. Take your time there, lads.
I see Cathy Mee has now gone into the full forward line, and Amy Ryan has come out to half forward. An interesting move. I think Amy will do really well out there. She has plenty of ability and loads of really, really pacey forward.
So Antrim are on the attack straight away to start of this second half. It's Carey fists that one on, and Antrim get going. Here we go. They spin their player. Antrim just looking up. Plenty of players coming still there. It's O'Neill. Maria O'Neill now takes on her player, goes past her, gets a bit of support there on the shoulder, working it back as far as Carey, who started this move. She looks up at the target, puts her right boot behind that, sends it in and sends it over the crossbar. Good start to Antrim. They'll be delighted. Come out of the dressing room and get going straight away.
Yeah, big score by Cathy Carey. She was a nice distance out. It couldn't see going over, but she gave it loads of welly, and I suppose she's happy to get the first score of the second half for Antrim, which leaves it just 1 point in it.
1 point in there. We could see the breeze there, the strength of the breeze, and how Antrim are going to use it. They've disrupted the kick out there, and now they go again. It's Carey's on the ball again. Still Antrim in a dangerous position into Prenter with the right boot. Brilliantly saved there, smothered completely by Hennessy. Came down on the ball, didn't let it go past her. Out for a 45, but that was another goal scoring chance from Antrim.
Yeah, great save by Sophie. Great save by Sophie Hennessy. Really came out on top of her, and I suppose Limerick got off the hook again there with Sophie. By Sophie's save, but look, she's a really good keeper, and I'm sure any one-on-one chances Sophie will be in control of them. But again, look, unlucky to Antrim there.
So Prenter is going to take this one. Orla Prenter from Money Glass on the 45. Couple of runners for her. Is she going to go short? No, she decides to go as long as she can. Puts it in danger. She bouncing, just hit off a foot there and went out for another 45, but that could have snuck into the bottom corner.
Yeah, I suppose Niamh probably thought it was gone wide and just hit the side of her foot. So another 45 for Antrim. It was a great 45 by Orla Prenter, but yeah.
So here we go again. Niamh Ryan has stayed back on the goal line. Just on the off chance the ball managed to sneak its way all the way in again. So here we go, Prenter, take two. Again, the breeze is kicking up. It's in her favour. She goes low. This time sends it in. Antrim have enough player there to cause some damage, but Limerick have too many in the right place, and they come away now. No chance of a score there from Antrim. Limerick have just too many defenders there back, and now they come good work through the lines there up as far as Mee now. Mee has it, as we mentioned, she's changed her position in the second half. She's on the ball now. Couple of runners. She decides to ignore him on this occasion. Has she got another one? Yes, she has. Good strong running on her left shoulder. Fantastic clear there by Heelan, who's been running up and down the field all day, but that one was brilliantly read there back there by Mulholland. Mulholland gives that on now up as far as the other half back. That half back is Sarah O'Neill. Sarah O'Neill is fouled. She takes it quickly. Antrim are really looking for a score. They've started the second half brightly. They'll be hoping to continue that on as they keep going forward over the 45. Plenty of players out here to this side, but it's well cut out there. Limerick do very well. Just don't let that go through the lines. And now they've turned it over. Is there a chance to build up the field again? A couple of players go down for this one. It's a Limericker who gets onto that one. Well done, well spun there by DeLee. Now DeLee has it. She's flying up the field. The men's footballers are down by DeLee today. But now here's Rebecca DeLee as she goes back as far as Davis. Davis gives that on across the field. The crowd are starting to get into this one. They're realised they're watching watching a real contest here in this first round of the Junior Championship. Going forward now, team captain Ambrose on the edge of the D, we'll say, gets a little half blocked on her shot though, doesn't manage to make it out for a 45. Antrim have enough players there to turn it over, but the game has really upped intensity in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, look, I suppose Limerick went on the attack. Roisin's having a blinder. When she gets on the ball, she's a real threat to the Antrim defence, but again, she needs to get on the ball more, I suppose, and see the space opening up inside for her to run at the defence. But again, look, it's a free out to Antrim at the minute now.
And they maybe have been a bit lucky to get away with that. They're still going through the line, so maybe when they have the breeze, they can just let it off, is what their management will be saying to them, you can imagine. So it's McCann now of Antrim, goes on. She does use the boot this time, gets plenty of distance on it. The accuracy is just slightly less than she would have desired. And you can see the wind is really kicking up there. The linesman there on the far side of the field, his flag is blowing, her flag I can't actually see. Now there he goes, it is a man. I'm glad I didn't wrong someone over there, but the flag was going right back into his face. Limerick playing into a strong breeze in this second half, but they still have the ball. Ryan feeds that one forward. Still it looks like it's Niamh Ryan over there. Niamh Ryan, who plays her camogie with Bruff. This is her home field. She gives that back in again. Cross, good block there, good half block, and it's worked out to Antrim's advantage. Carey picks that one up. Now they have 3 or 4 players going with each other. This one comes across as far as Taggart. Taggart has it now. She feeds it on to Tuberty. Tuberty is still running forward. She fists that one on. They've got players running all over the place here. Good strong attack, but the pass just really did leave them down there. Limerick had enough players back to intercept that one. And now they have a chance. Antrim had committed themselves forward. Have Limerick enough players going forward here now to try and make a dent on the scoreboard? Here we go is Davis. Davis gives that one on, and they're still coming forward here. This time it's DeLee. DeLee has it. The ref says too many steps. We've seen that 4 or 5 times in this game, and it's going to be a free out.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a harsh call for Rebecca, but look, Antrim come away with it again, and I think Limerick just have to, to work really, really hard and get the ball in really, really fast.
McIntosh of Antrim brought that one a long way, then she went to ground, and it's Carey puts a bombs one inside. In his fire is Devlin on her left boot. Devlin with the shot. The goals were at her mercy, but she shoots to the left and wide, and that's a let off for Limerick.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that. It was a very, very scoreable chance, Brona Devlin. But again, look, Limerick have a kick out here, so they need to make something of it.
So here we go again. Limerick will be hoping to get into this game. Antrim have got a score, and they've come close on a few occasions in this second half, and now they have it again. It's Rebecca DeLee. She came deep for this one. She's going forward. She shrugs off a few tackles as she keeps going. Now DeLee, it opens up a little bit for her. She has some support inside. She keeps running. Then she decides to stop as they hold on to that now. Limerick are just parked on the edge of the 21-yard line. Driving forward here is Kennelly. Kennelly puts that one inside. A dangerous one in, but it's well cut out. Antrim had enough players back there. Again, a big tackle comes in. Limerick again went forward, put a lot of effort into it, but just didn't get out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, look, you need to be making something of them chances. If you get that near, when you're attacking and you get that close to the goals, you need to make a score out of it. And I think they'll be lucky to not to regret this at the end of the game.
So coming up on around 7 minutes gone in this second half, Limerick still lead 1-4 to 6 points, so just a 1 point in it as they come forward again. They need to get a score. They'll feel they haven't got a score, even though they've had plenty of the ball, and they've worked in a couple of dangerous positions. Lovely little 1-2. Is there a shot coming in? The shot coming in the right boot, but it's gone to the right and wide. Again, real intensity, just not finishing at the end of the day.
Yeah, and a great run by Maeve McNamara there, and again unlucky not to get the point, but again, look, you need to be putting them chances over the bar.
So just a point in it still to the home side. That one is dropped. Antrim look like they're going to go on to a good hard work in there from Katie Healan. She does well, and Limerick have managed to turn this one over. It comes all the way across, and there is a bit of space for Limerick to run into. Now who's going to run into it? It looks like it's going to be another Limerick player, the strong runner from DeLee. DeLee has it. She stood up, put back outside as far as Dames. Her shot is half blocked, and Antrim have enough numbers there to pick up the loose ball and come through Tuberty. Tuberty has a point in this game already. She feeds that one forward. There seems to be plenty of space out here for the Antrim girls to run into. Limerick have committed themselves forward looking for a score. Antrim now still have it, 4 or 5 players for her to aim at, but O'Neill picks it up now. O'Neill steadies herself, goes past her player. Real burst of speed there from O'Neill as she comes up. Oh, she's just lost it. A hand went in there. Did it go to ground? Antrim do enough to keep this one in on the far side of the field. Taggart has it. She's been well defended over there, the far side of the field. Well done there by Reedy. It was just trying to keep her out, but Antrim hold on to that. That one comes in, a dangerous one low inside as far as McLaughlin. McLaughlin now has it. 2 Limerick players standing her up. She has support there from Prenter. Prenter is still stood up. Is there going to be a chance of a shot for her? Prenter goes back, almost falling over. Tough angle. Prenter with the shot. She worked really hard there. Probably deserved the score, but it goes to the right and wide.
Yeah, look, Limerick are looking for that to go wide, and it gives them time to regroup again. But look, Antrim are really, really impressive when they go forward, and I think Limerick are really struggling in the backs to come to terms with them. They seem to be playing just two. Limerick seem to have two on the inside forward line on Orla Printer.
So 1-4 to 6 points coming up on the 9th minute. Limerick yet to score in this second half. It was 1-4 to 5 points at half time. Antrim have got 1 point in this second half, and now they have the ball again, and now they look like they just are full of running at the moment. O'Neill again there, who's been part of everything in as far as Carey, their top scorer today, shoots on her right. She has one from play already in this half, but this one goes to the left and wide, and maybe like Limerick did in the first half where they didn't convert their scores, Antrim are doing the same, and it's just if you convert your scores you'll be winning this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think both sides have had that opportunity to be able to convert scores. And again, look, there is a strong wind. I'm not sure if they're misjudging it or not, but look, Antrim are nearly repeating what Limerick did in the first half.
Brilliant kick out there. That was straight arrowed into the arms of Reedy there as she picked it up and she feeds it on to Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan loses her footing there slightly. The rain maybe starting to come and maybe the ground's getting slightly slippy. Well, Limerick have managed to win that back. Good defending there back there. And it's Reedy again. Reedy who's picked up plenty of possessions outside the right boot up as far as Mee. Mee is onto that. She's been stood up there by Tennyson, but Mee just shrugs her off. Still Mee driving forward. Still just looking for something, looking for a gap, and she gets it. She goes down by the side. Real pace from me here. She turns it on, gives it inside as far as Kennelly. Kennelly has support inside from DeLee. DeLee has the goal open up there, goes the right boot. It just seemed to come off maybe the side of her shin, but the referee is aside. She took too many steps anyway before she took the shot, so it's going to be a free out.
Free out, and again, look, I think it's a bit harsh on Rebecca, and I know he has given a free against her already, so she's going to have to be really, I suppose, careful and watching out for that.
So Antrim now, Tennyson has it. Again, Limerick seem to fade back, as Dipna has said. They brought a lot of players back and forward and stuff. They're only playing two players inside in the full forward line. They'll need to convert chances when they do get them because they are going forward in waves. But it's now Antrim on the attack over at the far corner of the field. Is there a chance of a score here? Trying to work it out. Good run down by the sideline. Still Antrim in possession of the ball. Still trying to work it over there. It looks like it was O'Neill. O'Neill's pass across with half block and Limerick turn it over. They've gone now through Ambrose. Ambrose solo on it, still going past. She's been well tracked there by Taggart, but it's Ambrose showing real pace as the rain starts to come in. It's starting to hit us here in the commentary position. Good ball down now inside as far as Kennelly. Kennelly just couldn't get that one. It's gone out of play, and it's going to be Antrim have a chance to clear their lines here.
Yeah, look, it's a line ball for Antrim, but it's interesting. Christine in the cornerback position is having a really good game back there, and I think she's come out of the defence here with a ball on a lot of occasions, which is helping the Limerick defence. And
it looks like there's a sub there for Antrim. Antrim about to bring on a player. Is it number 18? Looks like it's made her way onto the field. Molly Wolhowen, I think is how you say that name. Anyway, she is onto the field. Molly has made her way on. Didn't see who went off yet, but she has come on for the last, what have we got? 20 minutes left of this second half. And Antrim again, they're in possession of the ball. Back there in their own defence. They've scored 1 point in this second half. They want to add to that. Limerick have yet to score in the second half. Good run again. Again it's O'Neill. O'Neill flying out of Sarah O'Neill. Over the 45. Still Sarah. Up to the edge of the D. Gives out as far as Tuberty. Tuberty with the shot. Steadies herself with the right boot. And again, that goes agonisingly to the right and wide.
Yeah, again, look, Catty won't be happy with that. Again, it just dropped short and to the right. But it was just interesting to see that Maeve McNamara has now picked up Catty Carey in the centre back. Again, just watching Catty, she'll I'm sure they'll be keeping a close eye. She's inclined to be pulling back Catty Carey and I just hope that she doesn't get caught.
Orla Prenter there picked up the ball. Not a brilliant kick out from a Limerick point of view. And now here comes Prenter. Not an easy angle with her right boot. She has plenty of power. Doesn't have the accuracy. It doesn't look like it has. The umpires are taking their time to give us a signal. And eventually there we go. We see the familiar wide side. Unfortunately from an Antrim point of view in this second half they'll feel they've seen it far too many times. 1-4 to 6 points still in favour of Limerick.
Yeah, and again, look, there is a really strong wind there. While it's easy to get the ball and give it long, you still have to work it in a bit, I suppose, into your scoring range. And unfortunately, none of the two teams have done that. And I think if Antrim, work it in a little bit closer, that they'll be probably the happier the two teams.
That one is a fine kick. You can see even against the breeze that one meant a fair distance, but Limerick now have it through Me. Me is shouting there, trying to encourage her players, make a run for me, give me some options. Now she's been told, come back, that's not where the ball went out. Now she's still looking for the options. She goes short. She eventually gets a bit of help there from Heelan. Katie Heelan now has it. She has a bit of space. Gives a lovely dink pass inside as far as Ryan. Ryan gives it back out. In fact, that was Davis. Gives it back out. Now here comes Me again. Me takes it solo. Goes with the shot with the right boot. Has she got what it takes to put that over the bar? Yes, she does. Good score again there. Katie Mead puts that one over the bar.
Yeah, great score there from Cathy. Again, running at them. She's really strong when she runs at the Antrim defence, and if they can get 1-2s with Katrina and Cathy going, they'll do damage.
So Katie Mead now with 2 points. So despite being under the cost for the majority of this second half, Limerick lead by 2. So it's O'Neill again now. We've been saying her name all afternoon. She gives that one forward, and again a big booter of a ball inside as the rain starts to come down a small bit more here in Brough. But Limerick again are reigning supreme back there in their own defence. It's Ambrose now. Ambrose throws off a little kind of diversion there to her player, manages to lose the tackle. The referee says she was fouled, but she was making advantage, so they went forward. And now it's Limerick who have it again. And again, they just need to keep tacking on the scores, they'll be hoping. While Antrim do keep kicking the wides, it is a little bit easier for them, but Antrim won't be kicking wides all day. So Limerick need to convert chances. They do get back as far as Tennyson now. Tennyson hand passes that out. Antrim again, there's a couple of players back there that can work this out, or they do seem to be going for the long kick a little bit more, as you'd expect them to use. Lovely sidestep there, as that one is given as far as Tubridy now. Tubridy nearly gave the ball away there with a solo, but did very well to redeem herself. McIntosh now. McIntosh, real speed from this player. Gives it inside as far as McLaughlin. She has a point in this game already. Is it opening up? Is there a shot coming in from the edge of the D? Yes, there is. Is that shot going to have what it takes? It doesn't. Tubridy's shot just landed right into Sophie Hennessy's hands. She does very well. Cool, calm, collected back there. Just compose herself and catch that. As Limerick come again, we're going up and down and up and down. The ball hadn't gone out of play for at least 2 or 3 minutes in this game. It's been a real spectacle in the last couple of minutes. Up there as far as Ambrose. Roisin Ambrose now goes down and that spins past her player again, does very well. Tennyson is sticking with her, but Ambrose has a bit of space. She goes in, a big tackle came in there, and it's going to be a free into Limerick. Good hard work, and now Limerick have a chance of a score.
Yeah, it was a great run there by Roisin. She's taking it into the tackle, and I suppose, look, when Limerick do attack, Antrim are finding it very hard to cope with them. And again, look, Roisin is playing really, really well from the centre of midfield, and the more balls she gets on, every time she goes at them, she's drawing a free for Limerick.
So we're halfway through this second half. 1-5 to Limerick, 6 points to Antrim, and Limerick goes short with that one, short and backwards. Back as far as Ambrose, back as far as Davis. Davis with her back to goal, puts that one high. The Danes one dropping in around the house. Could have really went anywhere. Kennelly looked to be in on that from a Limerick point of view, but Antrim will be happy to see that one cleared out as far as McIntosh, but she's not getting it in her own way. That pass doesn't go, but she gets it back again. McIntosh now decides to go backwards and just decide to steady things a small bit. She kicks it out to the wing where there's a bit of space, but it's brilliantly read there. Amy Ryan went down on that. She got a tackle in the back. I don't think there's anything really malicious in it, but it's going to be a free in to Limerick.
Yeah, I don't think there was much in that. I think both players went at it, and the ball was here to be won, and unfortunately both of them collided, and Amy has drawn the free.
And Limerick look like they have a sub warming up there on the far side of the field. That sub looks to me, is it Maeve O'Halloran there or is it 7, sorry?
No. Oh, it is.
It's Anya McGrath, in fact. Anya, who was due to start this game, but Lauren Ryan came in from her. She looks to be warming up there. Potentially she's going to make her way onto the field in the next few minutes.
Yeah, look, and Anya has a lot to offer this team. She would have been part of the setup in 2018 when Limerick won the All-Ireland. So again, a really good player, a really strong player, and has a lot to offer this team. I think it's Amy Ryan that's making way.
And Molly, who just came onto the field a matter of moments ago for Antrim, has been given a yellow card, and she'll spend the next 10 minutes in the bin, and we've about 16 coming up on 17 minutes to go, or 17 minutes gone, so she'll only be back for the last 3 minutes as Limerick make that change we were just talking about.
And I think that's a bit harsh. I'd be really disappointed for the Antrim player, but I think it was a bit harsh. I think, as I said, both players just went after the ball, and both collided.
It gives Limerick a big advantage, they'll feel, though, in the last 13 odd minutes of this game, and now they're trying to exploit that. It's Me again. Me, who's been good all day. She has 2 points and she's done endless and tireless working. Back to Heelan. She's looking for the 1-2 in as far as Me again. Me with the left boot from a difficult enough angle out by the sideline, and just was too difficult on this occasion. Good link-up play, though, at the same time.
Yeah, great link-up play, and again, look, Cathy is getting on a lot of ball. Was a bit unfortunate not to get that off her left leg, but look, getting on loads of ball and really causing damage.
So we're going to restart now with Anna McCann again. Anna does a decent kick on this one. It's going to drop between the 265s, but there isn't any Antrim players to pick up on it. Niamh Ryan did well there to collect the second ball, and she gave that as far as Ambrose. Ambrose put that out towards the side, get a little 1-2, and Limerick come again in waves. Niamh Ryan has stayed up. She's looking for the ball, but it doesn't go there on this occasion. Back as far as me, and Limerick have the chance to Davis now. Davis is stood up by the goal. He's working his way across dangerously, as the referee said, it's a throw ball, he said. I think he's saying Davis threw that across, and Antrim breathed a sigh of relief there.
Yeah, look, I think Katrina was playing for her free there, and the ref didn't give it. So just shows the importance of playing the whistle.
And the crowd you can hear cheering in front of us are the Old Mill girls who were brought here today by Timmy O'Donoghue. They're in front of us and they're cheering on their heroes, making plenty of noise and really enjoying the occasion. Back as far as Catty Mee with a shot, her third point of the day, and that is a very, very good one.
Yeah, great score for her. A great score by Catty, and again, her third of the day, and has been a powerhouse all day for Limerick.
So now the scoreboards look a little bit more, I suppose, easy to read from a Limerick point of view. They'll feel 1-6 to 6 points in favour of the home side here. And after Antrim had that player sin bin a few minutes ago, that's really, I suppose, maybe eased the pressure slightly, but Antrim will feel they still have plenty to play for here. What have we got? We've got about 10 minutes or so to go in this game. Working it over now, still Antrim. O'Neill feels she has a lot to offer. Antrim have a lot to offer in this game. They can still get into this one.
Yeah, look, they're only down 3 points. Limerick are well on top there now for the last few minutes, but look, anything can happen, and as I said, they're only 3 points down here.
Now Devlin has it. Devlin puts that out to the side. Still Antrim on the attack. In as far as Prenter. Prenter has been dangerous all day. Side of the boot, inside. Big tackle come in there. Well taken there by McLaughlin. McLaughlin on her left foot. McLaughlin with the shot. And McLaughlin with the score. She took a bit of punishment for that one. She took it for her county and she took a good score.
Yeah, great score there. And again, Sarah Sullivan would have put in a hard tackle there, and I think she feels it there.
Yeah, McLaughlin definitely feels that one. Sarah O'Sullivan, interestingly enough, owns SOS Cookies, so maybe she can give her a little bit of some of her products to maybe apologise for this at the end of the game. Either way, Grania McLaughlin is up and ready to go again. She got her score, 1-6 to 7 points, just 2 points in this game. Now coming into the last 10 minutes or so, as that one heads out to the sideline, beats all the players and goes out of play, and a chance for Antrim now to keep the foot on the throttle here as they go forward. That one is inside as far as Tuberty. Tuberty is still going forward. She's been very good today as well. The referee saw something there. I didn't quite see it. Maybe it was a pullback, but it's going to be a free to Antrim.
Yeah, she just tugged at her hand as she went through. So yeah, no, I think it was the right call. And again, it's a very scoreable position for Antrim, and this will bring it back to a 1 point game.
So Grania just scored a few minutes ago from play. She's just checking the breeze there, throwing up the old bit of grass, trying to decide. I think it'll tell her that she has it at her back, but sometimes that can be a disadvantage. So here she goes on her left boot, out of her hands. She has 2 already today. Got 1-5 in the junior final last year that they lost out in. Grania McLaughlin. She goes just again. Goes to the left and wide, plenty of power, just not enough accuracy.
Yeah, no, and she'll be very disappointed with that, because it was a scoreable position, ideal for a left-legger kick shooter. So I'm sure she'll be disappointed with the end result.
So 9 points to 7. 2 points in this one. And again, we can hear the girls from Old Mill giving it their all. They want this Limerick team to drive home. They want them to have a chance of playing in the All-Ireland final on the 31st of July in Croke Park. And there's a sub coming on there for, it's Laura de Hansi. They're not making it easy with the names today. Hunsi, I presume. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing her name correctly, but she's onto the field and she replaces Taggart for the last, what have we got, 10 minutes or so of this game. 8 minutes even to be.
I just want to have you, I'll give a shout out there to Claire Coughlin, who's at home not feeling her best, but just to say hello to Claire, and we wish you the speedy recovery.
And hopefully if Limerick get the result today, that will make her feel much, much better. As Antrim come on the attack now, they've worked it over back across the field again onto one of the players who wasn't due to start. That player is McKenna. McKenna feeds that one on. Antrim haven't given up on this game. McLaughlin now has it. Remember, Antrim are down to 14 players, having had a player sent to the sin bin earlier in this game. They hold on to this back to the player who's just come onto the field. She put it onto her right boot, coming in. Has it got what it takes? Does it have? What an introduction onto the field. Straight away there from Lara. Lara put that over the bar from a difficult angle, and Antrim are still in this one.
Yeah, great score, and I suppose already it's great that she's getting on the ball so early, and that was a vital score for Antrim, and she looks very athletic, so I'm sure if they get enough ball into her, she'll go at the Limerick defence, who seem to be a little bit tired at this stage.
Lara de Hunsey there from St. Paul's puts that over in her right boot. 1-6 to 8 points. Just 1 point in this game. And as we said just a few minutes ago, Antrim are still down to just 14 players. And now they've worked it out just over the 45. Limerick, no, they have to go through the hands as they go into the breeze, but it's not easy to get out. Back to the Hunsey again. She just scored a minute ago. Here we go, driving forward. It's Carey. There's a player inside. That player is McLaughlin. McLaughlin with the left. Oh, that was destined for the top left-hand corner of the net, it looked like, but just in the last minute went over the bar. But a good score from Antrim.
Yeah, a good score from Antrim. And again, Sophie came off her line, and I think, would have probably put the player off. So, Limerick very, very lucky for Antrim not to get a goal there.
And we're all square here in Brough. All square between Limerick and Antrim in this first round of the Junior Championship group stage. 3 teams in this group. New York are the other team. Both these teams will play them in the coming weeks. And it's now Limerick. They'll want to get a win though here at home. They'll want to get the result. They worked out up as far as Cathy Mee. She's doing everything she can to get that win today. Now here we go again. Driving forward, Limerick just want to get a score. Want to get something out. There's good blocking there. Tennyson did brilliantly well to stop. I think it was Delee or Ambrose it was trying to get out of her own defence, trying to create an attack. But Tennyson was brilliant back there. And now have we got something across the field? Antrim just have enough players, and that is brilliantly taken again by McLaughlin, who's really come into the game the last few minutes. She feeds out forward as far as Tennyson. Tennyson plays a low ball down inside. And they've just looked in, and here comes Prenter again. Or the Prenter does a little dummy solo onto her right boot. She looks confident hitting that one, and why not? Because she puts that over the bar. The crowd here are very, very silent as they weren't sure about it. But that one did go over the bar. Good score from Prenter, her first winner of the day.
Yeah, great score there from Orla Prenter, which leaves Antrim in front by 1 point now.
I think that is the first time today they have gone into the lead. And the Antrim are about to make another substitute, it looks like. Going off the field is their number 13, Devlin. I can't quite see who's come on there. It looks like their number 17, in fact, is it? Is it Devlin? Anya Devlin has come onto the field to replace Brona Devlin, so she's into the game for the last 5 minutes or so. And have Limerick made a change there? Have they brought on? We'll keep an eye on that for a minute ago. They were thinking about making a change, but we'll just keep an eye on that now as they come on the field again. Kennelly, she was voted GLGFA March Player of the Month as she comes forward here. Players hanging off her, but she still managed to keep going. She was a dangerous one across. As far as Delee still going forward. Delee is well cut down in the end. Too many steps. We must have seen that 5 or 6 times today. Delee, I think, has been caught for it twice herself, but that's going to be a free out, and Limerick will feel slightly aggrieved by that.
Yeah, look, that's Rebecca's third time getting caught for over carrying, so she just, she needs to watch that, because they were right through on goal there. You'd imagine that they would have had a goal or a point opportunity.
So D onto the field there for Limerick. As Coleman comes again, Coleman gets that one back as far as McLaughlin. McLaughlin has 3 points on to her name today. Gives that one back inside as far as McKenna. McKenna gives that one back. Carey is looking for it. Carey has it. Carey onto Lara again. She has already scored in this game. The Hunsey, this shot is half blocked. And back there into Sophie Hennessy's hand, and she's delighted to receive that. But what has the referee decided? Oh, it was a throw. A throw up there. It's going to be a free, and it's taken quickly. Is that going to be allowed? I don't know. Is it going to be allowed? The referee has his hands out as if he hasn't decided yet. Be interested to see what happens at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's saying the Limerick player should have ball, so it's a free into Antrim.
And Lara de Hunsey wanted to take it quickly. She did take it quickly and scored, but took it too quickly for referee Ger Canny's liking, I think. So we are going to go back for a free in and a chance for Antrim to extend their lead. And that is put over the bar with no bother at all by Cathy Carey. And now Antrim lead by 2 points, 1-6 to 11 points.
Yeah, look, there's only about 5 minutes, 6 minutes max left in the game. So Limerick need to be, I suppose, winning the kick out here and driving on up the field with it.
And I think Antrim's sin bin player might be coming back onto the field. There's been a fair bit of commotion over at the far side. I think there's been another sub for Limerick, and Antrim have brought a player back. I think that might be the sin bin player who was sent off. It is. That's Molly back onto the field. So they are back up to 15, and Limerick have also made a change that we will try to bring you once we spot it here on camera. Dipna, you might have saw that there come onto the field. If not, we'll come back to it in a few minutes.
Yeah, number 10 seems to be gone off, so Grania McLaughlin seems to be gone off, and number 20 is Ellie Murphy seems to have come on to the Antrim.
Ellie Murphy into the fray for the last, 2.5 minutes of normal time. It's going to be a free and it's going to be taken by O'Neill again. Antrim, who were under the Costello field for almost this whole game, they now lead by 2 points, 1-6 to 11 points. The Huntsy again, who's been brilliant since she came onto the field. Again, the referee, we've seen him do that motion so many times in this game. He's really clamping down on it. That must be something the referees have been told to keep an eye on, is this steps.
Yeah, look, I'm not so sure if that was over carrying, and I know Rebecca has been pulled a few times on the Limerick team, which I would have questioned as well, and this one here, but look, I'm sure Limerick will be happy to get the free and get a breather.
So 9 points to 11 in favour of the visitors. We've another sub there coming onto the field. Is it Limerick number 18? Rose Highland has made her way onto the field as well for the last 90 seconds or so of normal time, and off goes. Is it Rebecca Delee has made her way off the field? Yes, it has. She's been running up and down this field all day. As we mentioned, she played for the Camogie team yesterday as well, so she has really put in her shift this weekend. And another player who's put in a huge shift today is Catty Mee. Catty Mee was all the way back the field. She's scoring at one end, she's defending at the other end. Here goes Mee driving forward. The crowd are getting behind her. She has support, gets the 1-2. Back as far as Mee. Limerick need a score. Can Catty Mee divide her? No, she can on this occasion. She broke her heart to get all the way up the field. The referee has called it back though. Not sure of his decision just yet, but what an effort there by Catty Mee. Just not enough at the end of the day, though, unfortunately, on this occasion.
Yeah, Catty Mee be disappointed. Catty be disappointed with that. She really worked hard. Started her run here in the half back line and was above a corner forward on the receiving end of the pass. So I think it's more to let number 2 for Antrim, which is Donna Coleman, just to receive attention. I think she might have got a bit of a bang there as Catty ran through, but yeah, I don't think there wasn't anything really in it.
So 2 points still in this game with about 30 seconds of normal time left, as Coleman is down for Antrim, receiving a bit of attention. Should be in no hurry to get back up, you would imagine. They've come down here. They were probably the underdogs coming into this game. They did get to the junior final last year, but there's 8 players only left from that team. Limerick were playing at home, playing in Bruff. They didn't have to travel, so they would have been slight favourites coming into this one. This is a slight shock, I suppose, if it remains this way. But we have a couple of minutes. We'll keep an eye out or keep an ear out if we can hear how long we'll be added on. But we have gone over the 30 minutes now of this second half. 1-6 to 11 points in favour of the visitors as they come now. She was down a few minutes ago, but Coleman is up again straight away, and Coleman plays that one down inside onto the players only come on in the last few minutes. That was their number player, Ellie Murphy. Ellie Murphy does enough to come out and win her side of free, and she goes across the field. And Antrim just need to hold on to the ball, and just as I say that, they lose it. And now Limerick need a goal nearly, they'll feel. They're 2 down. Here comes Mee. Mee tried a few minutes ago. Now she's going again up to the edge of the D. Has support outside. She wants it back again. She gets it back again, but there's 3 players around her. They're converging in on her because they know she is a danger one in the last few minutes. She's still outside waiting for it to come back. It comes back to her. She throws her right boot at it. Is it accurate? It looks to be pretty accurate as that goes over the bar. Another score by Catty Mee, and she is not giving up.
No, it's a great score by Catty, which is her 4th for the day. Again, look, she's really been was consistent throughout the game, and I think it's 1 point that's in it now. So I think look, Catty's going to tire. She's given it absolutely everything. So I think they need to get the ball into Katrina and Catty to run off her to get the next score.
Antrim now on the ball. Tennyson does well there. Gives it on to McIntosh. Antrim just want to get the ball far away from their own goal, but it doesn't work on this occasion. McGrath turns it over for Limerick and plays it inside to Davis. Davis gives a little dummy. Why she fouled it? The referee says no. She holds on to it. Good block on the second attempt by Tennyson. She throws her body into this one, and she has won her side of free, which the crowd here really, the home side, don't like. She's gone down. She needs a bit of attention, but Dipna, you may need to explain what happened there.
Saoirse's looking to get a free there. I don't think there was a whole lot in it. I think number 18, who is at Rose Highland, will be questioning the ref's decision on that one. But to me, there wasn't a lot in it. Both of them went for the ball, and Saoirse probably would have punched the ball away on the ground and got a tip then from Rose, which a bit questionable.
Yeah,
but anyway,
depends on which side you're born here. If you're an Antrim person, you'd say that was brilliant ingenuity from her. If you're a Limerick person, you'd say that probably wasn't a free. But look at this player, Lara Hunty. She's only come onto the field in the last 4 or 5 minutes, but she's made a huge impact. She's driving forward. She's looking with the post. Is she going to take on the shot? The crowd here shout for steps. She gives it on. Antrim hold on to this one. They just want to keep the ball away from their own goal. That's all they need at this stage. In as far as Tubridy has it. She's been stood up there by a lot of Limerick players. Back out as far as Carey. Back out to the Hunsey again. Back in as far as Carey. Carey, the team captain, comes back inside, trying to work the angle. Back to Prenter. She scored a point just a couple of seconds ago. A dummy outside the right boot. What a score will be the finish of her Antrim. What an absolutely fantastic effort in this junior championship. You won't see a finer score at any level of football across the weekend. What a score from Prenter.
Yeah, great score. Was a Printer that was at the end of it, but it was a super score. They didn't panic. They kept working the ball back. They kept working it, I suppose, through the channels. And look, it was a super score. And I think, we're into the last few minutes of the match now, so I think Limerick really need to win this.
Limerick do need a goal. By my calculations, we're gone 3 minutes overtime, 1-7 to 12 points. So Antrim leading this by 2 points. That last score there by Prenter might be the insurance score, but Limerick won't give up on this till the very final whistle. But it's O'Neill now of Antrim on the far side of the field with the ball, just trying to hold on to possession, just trying to cover it now is all they need to do, but they've decided to go over it. They want to get another score. Back in as far as Carey, the team captain, back outside. Antrim still holding on to this one. They want another score. Here comes Prenter. She's got a brilliant one to last day. Has a lovely strike of the ball, does this young player, as she feeds that back outside. There's plenty of space over there. Is there a chance for another score for Antrim as they played it inside? Limerick won't want the ball being down here any longer than it has to be. Here comes Molly. She was sent off a few minutes ago, sent to the sin bin in the last coming in. She's come back on. She's made a contribution. She's won a free now in a dangerous area, and a chance for Antrim to extend their lead.
Yeah, I think Katie probably just came out to her and probably committed to the tackle, but there's a free for Antrim. I think Cathy Carey is going to take it, and I would probably give her the nod that she'd get this over the bars from a scoreable position. But I see Maeve McNamara was that actually put in the tackle, and Maeve has got a sin bin now.
So Maeve will play no further part in this game, you'd imagine, unless a huge amount of time is added on at the end, which you don't expect. But here's a chance for Antrim again to extend the lead. It looks like it's going to be Carey with her right boot. Oh, but it's gone not where she would have liked, and it's gone to the right and wide. Still only 2 points in this. Hard to know how much longer will be played. Limerick do need a goal. They need to win this kick out, go all the way up the end of the other end of the field and try to put the ball in the net. 1-7 to 12 points. Here comes Hennessy. Hennessy is looking for some runners. Antrim aren't letting them go away though. They're not letting them get an easy run at this. That's dropped brilliantly taken there by Katie Healy. Not the biggest player in the field, did brilliantly well to catch that and control it. Now Limerick need to get going there, field. They need to get a goal in the next play, but it's well read again. O'Neill, who's been up and down the field, and the referee says he has seen enough. That is the final whistle. Limerick 1-7, Antrim 12 points. Slight shock result. Dipna, sum up that 60 minutes or so for us.
Yeah, I suppose, look, both teams would be, I suppose, probably a little bit disappointed with their performance in one way. I know the Limerick girls, the minute the whistle went, they started shaking their head. Again, I'm sure that they'll be disappointed with their performance. Some really good players, but I've no doubt that they'll regroup for the next game and get a win under their belt. But look, it was a great performance from Antrim. I knew in the second half that they go at it. They wouldn't want to come down to Limerick and they'd have a long trip home, I suppose, without a win. So I knew they'd go at it, and with a strong win that was there today, it went in their favour. But again, both teams would be disappointed with their shooting, and both teams have a bit of work to do with their shooting. And I think, I think Antrim probably were the better team in the second half and used the win to their advantage.
We mentioned how the junior competition is divided into two groups. This group only has 3 teams in it. New York is the other team. So there's a very good chance both these teams will still progress. So it's not all over. So just looking at both sets of players, who stood out for you from both sides?
I suppose if you were to look at the Antrim team, Cathy Carey was really, really good throughout the game. Orla Prinder, I suppose she came up trumps there in the last 15 minutes with some vital scores. Not to forget Laura de Hunsey, who came on, I suppose, and she really went after the Limerick defence when the legs were tiring him. Again, look, Saoirse Tinnison was at I suppose she was involved in a lot of the Antrim play to get it up the field, and again did a massive amount of running. If you look at the Limerick team, Christine Reedy did really well in the full back line. Niamh Ryan, I suppose, didn't see a whole lot of her, and I know she's a really good player. Roisin Ambrose was absolutely brilliant in the centre of the field. Rebecca, I suppose, not easy to play 2 matches in 2 days, but again, look, played her part in it. Katie Heelan, again, look, I said it at the start, she's a fantastic player. then I suppose just runs her heart out, and that was proved today. Katrina Davis again would be a bit disappointed with her performance, but again was on the receiving end, the passes, but just probably didn't get the scores on the day. But again, look, it wasn't a bad performance by Limerick, but I'm sure they have a bit of work to do ahead of their next game.
The thoughts there of Dipno O'Brien, former Limerick player and All-Ireland winner. So the full-time score here in Bruff, slight shock potentially. The home side go home without any points. Limerick 1-7, Antrim 12 points. I've been Paul Jenkins. Thanks very much for your company. Stay tuned to the LGFA social media across the next few days to see our next broadcast. We'll talk to you again soon.